The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 3, reveal that Kyle Abbott will decide to dial up the romance and treat Claire Newman to a lovely date. That'll take the pair to society, where they'll spot an odd woman who seems familiar to Claire. Of course, that woman will actually be Jordan in another one of her ridiculous disguises, so she'll be worried about the possibility of getting busted. Although Claire will have a hunch that they know each other from somewhere, Jordan will try to throw her off the trail with a British accent and act like they've never met before. Once Jordan scurries away, she'll hope she did enough to convince Claire that she was mistaken. Jordan was supposed to fly under the radar and seek updates on the emotional state of Sharon Newman's daughters, so she'll botch Ian Ward's plan a bit with this Claire encounter. Nevertheless, it looks like Jordan will get things on track again and ultimately score some intel to report back. Ian should be pleased to hear that Mariah Copeland and Faith Newman are suffering over their mother's legal ordeal. As for Nick Newman, he'll resort to a bold move for Sharon's sake. Nick will make a desperate plea to Chance Chancellor, since he'll still think there are things that don't add up about this case. This whole issue with Sharon's phone vanishing and reappearing may be something Nick wants to explore further. Nick will feel like there are other puzzle pieces they don't have yet, so he'll push Chance to look beyond Sharon's confession and help him unravel the rest of the mystery. Will Jordan overhear Nick's suspicions and realize he could be a problem? Regardless, Ian and Jordan will continue to tackle whatever hurdles land in their path. Since Jordan and Ian believe they're smarter than all their enemies, they'll remain convinced they're going to keep winning. Based on our Y and R predictions, Ian and Jordan will be in for a rude awakening down the road. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Jordan and Ian will face some tricky obstacles and unsettling news along the way, so don't miss all the curveballs. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, December 2, 2024 are here. In the next episode, fans can expect Nikki Newman to settle into her new position. Victor Newman places cards close to the vest. Coming up on The Young and the Restless. Meanwhile, Phyllis and Summer Newman demand answers from Sharon Newman. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis see this. We and our spoilers for Monday, December 2 reveal that Phyllis will continue seething over Sharon's actions. Phyllis did have a flashback to a truck forcing her off the road. However, Phyllis will probably keep that tidbit to herself. For Phyllis, she wants Sharon to pay. Phyllis might reason that she needs to make sure Sharon goes to prison for everything she's done. It's not just the car incident, but Heather Stevens' murder and framing Daniel Romalotti, Jr. Y and R spoilers, Summer Newman's ambush. Phyllis might worry that Sharon could get off easy due to her mental illness. Plus, with Nick Newman and Michael Baldwin defending Sharon, Phyllis could come up with a plan. Phyllis and Summer will end up confronting Sharon. Phyllis and Summer will ambush Sharon, demanding answers. Phyllis and Summer will want to know why Sharon did all of this. Why did she cause so much agony? The Young and the Restless spoiler, Nikki Newman settles. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, December 2 reveal that Nikki will be busy settling into her new role at Chancellor. Nikki will have some help with her assistant and granddaughter, Claire Grace Newman. Claire might mention to Nikki about her strange run-in with the familiar woman. Claire couldn't place her then, but maybe now she will have a realization. Back to Nikki, the last time Claire was her assistant, things were different. Claire's agenda was totally different. So Nikki and Claire might talk about some things and maybe continue to bond. My and Our spoilers, Monday, December 2, 2024. On Monday, December 2, fans will also see Victor play his cards close to the vest. Nikki might get worried about what Victor plans to do to Jack Abbott next, but Chancellor is a huge undertaking. So Nikki will already have her hands full, which is probably what Victor was counting on. Jack and Victor's war is far from over, so stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, December 2, 2024? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of December 2 to 6 reveal that Nate Hastings will have quite a challenge to tackle. After agreeing to find Damien for Amy Lewis, Nate will ultimately have to do some sleuthing and try to nail down where his half-brother might be. Will Audra Charles team up with Nate and perhaps become a key player in his mission? Audra doesn't have much else to do these days, so it's easy to imagine her joining forces with Nate and uncovering a crucial clue about Damien's whereabouts. However, it's also possible that Nate will turn to someone like Victor Newman to boost his search efforts. Victor and Nate have had their issues in the past, but we'd say Victor might help Nate out on this if he asked nicely. Whatever the case, time is of the essence for Amy since she's dying of leukemia. Amy wants to reconnect with Damien and give him the truth about his father and half-brother before it's too late. Of course, there's a chance Amy might get a miracle down the road. There might be some life-saving treatment that could still help Amy depending on where Y and R is going with all this. In the meantime, let's talk about Kyle Abbott and our predictions on whether he'll accept the Jabot co-CEO position. Kyle may open up to Claire Newman about Diane Jenkins Abbott, offering him the job back with Jack Abbott's approval. Although Kyle might have some reservations, Claire may gently push him to let go of his stubborn resentment and just embrace this opportunity. Kyle has a chance to land in the position he wants and repair the damage with his family, so Claire may give him a nudge to just let it all happen. At some point, Claire and Kyle will eventually head to society for a meal together. That's where Kyle and Claire will cross paths with a weird blonde lady in sunglasses and a hat. It'll actually be a wig-wearing Jordan, but she'll use a British accent when Claire corners her about whether they know each other. Jordan will play it off like they're strangers and head on her way, but Claire may end up with an eerie feeling. Even if Claire doesn't have any hint of Jordan recognition, she may get an odd vibe about this whole encounter. As for Jordan, she may panic a bit after the close call and push Ian to start stepping up for his own dirty work. Ian Ward is the one who's legitimately free, so when will he make his presence known in Genoa City? No matter how things play out, Jordan and Ian will have to be careful if they want to avoid tipping people off to trouble. Nick Newman can already tell something isn't right when it comes to Sharon Newman's crimes and confession. After Nick reaches out to Chance Chancellor and updates him on some concerns, he'll seek the detective's assistance. Nick will hope that between the two of them, maybe they can uncover more details and reveal the rest of the story. Next, Jack will have a proposal for Diane to consider. Now that Diane is stepping aside for Kyle's sake at Jabot, Jack might have a new job for his wife. Regardless, Jack may reveal the next steps in fighting back against Victor, since he's still got some tricks in store for the mustache. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some stunning news and mysterious moments are still to come during the week of December 2 to 6, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless spoilers weekly update for December 2 to 6 teases that Nick crosses a huge line to help Sharon, while Summer gives Kyle mixed signals. Michael also finds himself advising Sharon to make a tough choice. Tune in next week to catch all of the action in Genoa City. Weekly Recap. Monday, November 25, 2024, Episode 13,008. Victor pushed Billy's buttons after running into Billy and Sally at the Genoa City Athletic Club. Adam offered moral support to Sharon, but she turned him down. Phyllis had a painful reminder about her accident when she briefly remembered something, but she kept it to herself. Tuesday, November 26, 2024, Episode 13,009. Nikki embraced her new role at Chancellor Enterprises. Billy lost his cool with Jill, and he ended up asking Phyllis to team up with him to take down Victor. Jack worked to repair his relationship with Kyle. Wednesday, November 27, 2024, episode number 13,010. Victor warned Claire about Kyle during Thanksgiving at the ranch. Jack and Diane confessed their deception to their whole family, but Kyle was still mad. Nate opened his home to Amy, and he and Audra shared Thanksgiving with Amy. Thursday, November 28, 2024. My and R was preempted for CBS Sports coverage. Friday, November 29, 2024. My and R was preempted for CBS Sports coverage. Next week's breakdown. Monday, December 2, 2024, episode number 13,011. Victor places cards close to the vest. Nikki settles into her new role. Phyllis and Summer demand answers from Sharon. Tuesday, December 3, 2024, episode number 13,012. Nick crosses the line to help Sharon. Kyle romances Claire. Jordan gathers intel for Ian. Wednesday, December 4, 2024, episode number 13,013. Jack has a proposal for Diane. Michael counsels Sharon with a tough decision. Summer interrogates Kyle about Claire. Thursday, December 5, 2024, episode number 13,014. Christine reluctantly helps Phyllis. Billy proves himself to Sally. Nick warns Adam to keep his distance from Sharon. Friday, December 6, 2024, episode number 13,015. Victor calls Diane's bluff. Nikki questions Jack's motives. Kyle receives mixed signals from Summer. The Young and the Restless scoop for Monday, December 2 reveals Kyle Abbott will make amends with Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins. Also coming up, Nikki Newman will settle in. Plus, Victor Newman will try to goad Jack. And Phyllis Summers and Summer Newman will confront Sharon Newman. My and R spoilers tease Summer will make a fuss over Phyllis at the coffee shop. But her mom will remind her she got a clean bill of health. Then Sharon will walk in. I cannot believe that she has the gall to show her face around town, Phyllis will say loudly to Summer. Sharon will approach and say they don't have to do this. I'm alive and well, ready to make your life hell, Phyllis will reply. Are you going to pretend that you didn't try to kill me? Summer will tell her mom to tread lightly. They don't know what Sharon's capable of. By and our daily scoop, Phyllis tells Sharon that she's going down. However, Phyllis will say she's not afraid of Sharon. You framed my son. You killed Heather. You tried to put my son in prison for the rest of his life, she'll say to her nemesis. What are you going to do next time you black out and accidentally kill someone else you don't like? Sharon will say the only thing she can do is try to show remorse. Phyllis will ask who her performance is for. Don't you dare pretend that you're the victim, she'll add. You are going down, I mean it. But Sharon will tell them she's ready to take responsibility for all the crimes she committed. So Phyllis will tell her to prove it by firing Michael Baldwin and pleading guilty. When Michael shows up, he'll say Sharon is still his client. I am so disappointed in you, Phyllis will tell him. I will never forgive you for this level of betrayal. She'll turn to Sharon and say this thing between them will always be there. The horrible night when your child made it home alive and my child did not, Sharon will reply. Phyllis will say Sharon fought hard to get justice for Cassie, and she'll fight just as hard to get justice for her son. Meanwhile, Diane and Jack will spot Nikki and Victor at society. Diane will tell Victor he thinks he's so clever. Nikki will ask, disgustedly, if they've reunited. Diane and I are very much together, and it's all because of our son, Jack will reply. Victor will ask if they were putting on a show, trying to fool him. Failure seems to be part of the Abbott makeup, he'll add. Then he'll say Kyle failed spectacularly, and so will Billy Abbott. They'll get their own table, and Jack will tell Diane that Kyle will forgive them. I wouldn't be surprised if by Christmas dinner, all of this will be behind us. Then he'll get a text and tell Diane he bought up all the glissade companies Victor was selling for pennies on the dollar. Young and the Restless scoop. Nikki is so proud to be in charge. As for Nikki and Victor, they'll head to Chancellor. They'll be greeted by Esther Valentine, who will ask if she still has a job there. Nikki will say of course. She'll walk into her office, hold a photo of Catherine Chancellor, and tell Victor she's so proud to be in charge of her dear friend's company. At Chancellor Park, Kyle will flash back to learning about his parents' ruse. Claire Grace will arrive, and he'll tell her about his mom's offer, but he's not sure he wants to take it. Claire will say she trusts Diane, who is nothing like the woman she was raised by. Finally, Kyle and Claire will arrive at the Abbott estate, and when he sees his parents there, Kyle will ask to speak to Diane alone. She'll try to explain to him why she and Jack did what they did. Seeing you get pulled in by Victor, it absolutely crushed your father. But his mother will also remind Kyle he's free of Victor, and it was worth the risk. Kyle, I would give up anything to save you. Anything. They'll join Jack and Claire in the living room, and Kyle will say he understands what they did but doesn't condone it. But I can also see how maybe I didn't give you any other choice. It's on me, I chose my anger over my love. Diane will ask where they go from here. I would like to try to put these hard feelings behind us, he'll reply. I accept your proposal. I would be honored to come back to Jippo, to the family company. Then he'll embrace his parents. The Young and the Restless spoilers for December 2 to 6 focus on questions and interrogations. Also, Jordan gathers intel for Ian, while Nick crosses the line for Sharon. A curious and calculating Summer. Obviously, Phyllis and Summer have no time for the fact that Sharon is out on bail. They don't understand it, and they don't like it. Phyllis recently told Michael that her nemesis needed to be behind bar. So it's unsurprising to hear that the mother and daughter tracked down the woman who attempted to frame Daniel. When Phyllis and Summer demand answers from Sharon, what does Sharon tell them? Does she tell them enough to satisfy their demands, or does she leave them as frustrated as ever? Overprotective, much. Meanwhile, Nick continues to show up for Sharon, but not all in healthy ways. First, Nick crosses the line to help Sharon. Does this have to do with Sharon thinking she ran Phyllis off the road, or is this more about her medication issues? What does Nick crossing the line for Sharon look like? On top of Nick going the extra unhealthy mile for his ex-wife, he stands up to the supposed big bad wolf, Adam Newman. Nick warns his brother to keep his distance from Sharon. What would exactly happen to Sharon if Adam helped her through some of the madness she's experiencing? Does Nick even know? Odds and ends. It's clear who wears the pants in the supervillain pact, Ian Ward. So far, Jordan and Ian have been going after Sharon. And Jordan has had to do a lot of legwork even though she's the fugitive. Well, once again, Jordan gathers intel for Ian. How long will Claire's crazy haunt put up with this? In other news, Kyle and Claire have been getting closer and closer, even though their families are at war. Early in the week, Kyle romances Claire. So, are they all in on this relationship? Because someone else Kyle has been getting on better terms with his Summer. What happens when, sometime after he romances Claire, Summer interrogates Kyle about Claire? How will he react to her pointed questions? Finally, is hell freezing over, or are cats and dogs living together? Because Christine does something completely against everything she's ever stood for. Christine reluctantly helps Phyllis. What does Christine help her longtime nemesis with? Helping revoke Sharon's bail. Things are looking up for Nate on The Young and the Restless. He's working with Devin at Winters, and these two seem to have finally buried the hatchet. Plus, he has Audra in an actual relationship with him, and they get along well. Now he just found out. He has a half-brother, which will bring a whole new dynamic to his life. There's a twist coming that could change everything for Nate. A double twist. I and our executive producer and head writer Josh Griffith recently spoke to Soap Opera Digest about Nate's big storyline. I've been trying to find a way to expand the Winters/Hastings arena, that family, and we were just discussing. Wouldn't it be interesting if we found out that Nate has a half-brother? Griffith said, we looked into and in our research, we remembered Amy. We said she left at a time when she could have been pregnant after her affair with Nathan. It kind of looked like a perfect route to follow, which would lead up to this sibling. Often, on soap operas, storylines take years or even decades to play out, and this is one of those instances. Certainly, the pregnancy may not have been planned at the time, but now Nate has a brother just in time to shake things up in Genoa City. Griffith promised that something interesting and good-looking will come out of this situation. It's going to be a very interesting dynamic to bring in this man who has no idea that Nathan was his father and that Nate is his brother. I can guarantee you that the brother is very handsome, and there's a double handsome whammy twist coming your way. Double sounds like twins. Could Amy be unaware she had twins, or is there something else brewing? As for Nate, we expect him to continue building confidence at work and with Audra. Given she caught the bouquet at Devin and Abby's wedding, perhaps Nate will be looking for a best man, and who knows, his new brother could fit the bill. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Jordan is back in GC, ready to pick up where she left off before going to prison. She wants to make the Newmans pay for ruining her sister Eve Howard's life, and she would love to stick it to Claire Newman. Jordan kidnapped Claire as a baby, and together, they plotted to bring down the Newman family. But Claire saw the light, turned on Jordan, and is now a card-carrying Newman. It's only a matter of time before Jordan starts her vindictive scheme, and there could be just one person able to protect Claire. That would be her mom, Victoria Newman. We predict that there is no way that Victoria will allow Jordan to harm Claire. But how far will she go to thwart Jordan? The answer may surprise you. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Can Victoria Newman save Claire Grace? Victoria is a fierce mama bear, and she learned her ruthlessness at the knee of the master, her dad, Victor Newman. Victor will want to protect his family, but Victoria is capable of defying him and taking matters into her own hands. It would be great drama to see Victoria and Jordan go toe-to-toe, and you just know that Victoria wants payback for having her child stolen from her. My and our spoilers. Can Claire Grace protect herself? Claire has become enmeshed into the Newman clan, and even Victor seems to have erased any doubts he once had about her. We know that Jordan threatens Claire and her parents, Victoria and Cole Howard. How will Victoria handle the threat of Jordan taking Claire away from her a second time? The Young and the Restless spoilers. What happens next in Genoa City, Wisconsin? Explosive The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that news of Jordan's escape may provoke a very dark side in Victoria. She hasn't had a front-burner plot recently, and it's time for the legacy character to come front and center. Tell us why, and our fans, how far do you think that Victoria will go to keep Claire safe? Do you think that Victoria is capable of eliminating Jordan once and for all? The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that despite Cameron Kirsten passing away back in 2023, the writers created a very interesting way to bring the character back in 2024. While the storyline was dark, fans enjoyed watching the Cameron Kirsten hallucination banter back and forth with Sharon Newman. As viewers know, Sharon's bipolar medication was tampered with, causing her to spiral with her mental health. She saw Cassie Newman at one point. However, she was completely taken aback when Cameron appeared as a hallucination in early August of this year, looking exactly as she last saw him. Dirty face, ruffled hair, and bloodied shirt. Sharon acknowledged that Cameron was a figment of her imagination, and the scenes between the two were often very riveting. Unfortunately, Cameron often encouraged her to dive into her darker side, and was the one who advised her to try and unalive Daniel Romalotti. Sharon ended up at Daniel's apartment but couldn't go through with it all. Still, had she not been there, she would have never ended up being linked to Heather Stevens' passing. Should've, would've, could've, however, Sharon did end up getting caught by Heather as she tried to leave the apartment after covering her tracks. But this is what led to the two women fighting. Sharon blacked out and woke up to find Heather's lifeless body on the floor and assumed she did the deed. Fans know Sharon didn't, however. Cameron somehow convinced her to clean up the scene of the crime and dump Heather's body in the river. Sadly, he also encouraged her to pin the entire thing on Daniel. Sharon has since come clean, and thanks to Jordan and Ian Ward's return, it looks like she'll be on the road to redemption soon enough, as the two villains likely tampered with her meds, and they were the ones behind poor Heather's demise. Two interesting things happened during the Monday, November 25 episode. The first was the fact that Sharon told Nick Newman she was on new meds and finally feels normal again. The second thing was Sharon banishing Cameron away. Fans hadn't seen the Cameron hallucination since Sharon fessed up to Heather's passing, so many naturally thought the character was gone. During their scene together, Sharon told Cameron she was strong now and didn't need him anymore. She commanded the hallucination to leave, and when she closed her eyes and then opened them, Cameron was gone. Is this the last fans will see of Cameron Kirsten moving forward? No official announcement has been made by either the Y&R or Lyndon Ashby, so it's hard to say. Still, as Sharon's mental health is getting better, thanks to her new meds, and the support she's getting from her family and Nick, so seeing the Cameron hallucination just wouldn't make sense at this point. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Cameron could come back at some point later on in this storyline or down the road. However, for now, it seems like Lyndon Ashby might have concluded his run. Unless the soap has yet another plot twist in store for Sharon, which is always possible. Is the place to be for the best Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and predictions, so visit us often for all the Y and R related updates you need. The Young and the Restless spoilers note that actor Lyndon Ashby as the Cameron Kirsten hallucination has simply captivated fans as of late. While the character passed away in 2023, he returned in a massive way as a figment of Sharon Newman's imagination when her bipolar medication was not working / was tampered with. The storyline that surrounded Cameron and the scenes he's had with Sharon has been incredible. However, is the character and actor done with the soap? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Is Y&R's Lyndon Ashby finished his current run? I&R spoilers note that fans that during the Monday, November 25 show saw Cameron visit Sharon at Crimson, which is something that hasn't happened since Sharon confessed to both Nick Newman and Chance Chancellor that she was the one behind the murder of Heather Stevens. The two disagreed, and Sharon told Cameron that she didn't need him anymore now that she was stronger. She told him to leave, and when Sharon closed her eyes and opened them again, Cameron was gone. It was also noted during the episode that Sharon is back on a new medication, but unlike the last time this happened, she felt good on her new meds and not off like she did before. I&R spoilers, Lyndon Ashby will be missed. While the Cameron Kirsten hallucination is what got Sharon into this mess, after all, he's the one who convinced her to clean up the crime scene and dump Heather's body into the river rather than call the police. Both the actor and the character will be missed. It's important to note that neither the show nor the actor has officially announced an exit. However, it seems to be a given considering the way things are heading. This doesn't mean that fans will never see Cameron Kirsten again. It just means that for now, fans shouldn't expect to see Cameron pop up in any scenes anytime soon. Will you miss Cameron Kirsten? Comment below. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Eric Braeden recently had some good news to report on social media. Braeden shared some medical results with fans, so let's talk about what he had to say in a couple of exciting posts. Although Eric Braeden deactivated his X account, you can still catch his content on some other social media platforms. That includes Bluesky, where Braden posted some wonderful medical updates. When Braden celebrated Thanksgiving recently, he had some great reasons to feel grateful. One of them involves still being cancer-free, so that's certainly giving him an attitude of gratitude. My last cystoscopy today showed I'm still cancer-free, so a lot to be thankful for, Braden said on November 27. Braden also revealed a funny story since he wound up quoting Shakespeare to his urologist while this cystoscopy was happening. It was definitely a first for the doc. To distract from the procedure, I quoted Shakespeare, "Now is the winter of our discontent." The urologist said it was the first time he ever heard Shakespeare during a procedure. Braden said before adding 3 rolling on the floor laughing emojis. Eric Braden once again posted about his amazing medical news on November 29. That's when Braden shared a fun video of himself staying active and getting in a good workout. Just in case you're not familiar with the term cystoscopy, it's a procedure where the urethra and the lining of the bladder are examined. Braden's procedure clearly brought the best outcome he could ask for, so we're celebrating right along with him. As for what's next on Mind R, Victor Newman may find himself feuding with the Abbotts once again. Billy Abbott is counting on Phyllis&Summer to form a new alliance and take Victor down, so Victor will fight back if they try. Victor and Jack Abbott will also keep trying to outdo each other with sneaky moves, so their rivalry shows no signs of going away. With Kyle Abbott getting back into the fold at Jabot, he could end up helping Jack target Victor. The action is about to heat up, so our predictions point to much more Newman-Abbott drama in the coming weeks. Nevertheless, the Young and the Restless spoilers say Victor will keep proving he's a force to be reckoned with, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Summer Newman will have some questions for Kyle Abbott. During the week of December 2 to 6, Summer will put Kyle through a grilling session, and Claire Newman will be the main topic she's interested in. After witnessing how close Kyle and Claire are getting, Summer will want some answers, and may play it like she's concerned for Harrison Abbott's sake. Harrison has become awfully attached to his nanny, so Summer may worry about what'll happen if Claire and Kyle head down a romantic road that ends in disaster. Kyle might argue that they're taking things slow, and that Harrison doesn't need to know anything right now. Kyle and Claire are just seeing where things lead, so he may argue that there's no need to go into panic mode, or make any dramatic predictions about Harrison's heartbreak if it doesn't work out. Claire has been putting Harrison first all along, so Kyle might promise there's no reason to think that'll ever change. Summer may settle down in the end, but she'll also wind up sending out some mixed signals later. My and our spoilers say that'll leave Kyle confused about Summer's issues and what she's trying to accomplish here. In some ways, it may seem like Summer is jealous and feeling competitive with Claire. In other ways, Kyle may feel like Summer is still bitter over her own split from Kyle. These mixed signals could leave Kyle wondering what Summer's true motives are when it comes to giving him the third degree about Claire and hinting at her romantic disapproval. Of course, Summer herself may not really understand her feelings at the moment. We're seeing Summer watch her ex-husband move on with her cousin, so that's already complicated, especially considering Summer had a hard time moving beyond Claire's messy history. It's easy to see why the idea of Claire and Kyle dating might be particularly unappealing to Summer. Plus, Summer is on a break with Chance Chancellor, which is probably going to turn into a permanent breakup. With Summer's own love life falling apart, she may indeed be jealous of Kyle's budding romance and wondering what might have been. Will Summer's old feelings for Kyle lead her down a dangerous path? Will Summer try to steal Kyle's heart back in the end and risk more devastation in the process? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Summer will have to figure out what she truly wants, so stay tuned for updates on her romantic future and any big news on the horizon. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates reveal Victor Newman remains determined to see Connor Newman's family fully reunited. It brought joy to Victor's heart to witness Connor's happiness alongside both of his parents during the recent Thanksgiving celebration. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Adam downplayed any future for Chatham. Adam Newman has certainly attempted to minimize any talk of rekindling his romance with Chelsea Lawson. Given Chelsea's consistent rejections of that notion, Adam feels that a reunion isn't likely. Nevertheless, Victor strongly values family connections and believes it's crucial for Adam, Chelsea, and Connor to mend their relationship. With the positive changes he's observing, Victor has ample reasons to feel optimistic about achieving his goal. As the new year approaches, he might just set some resolutions focused on the happiness of his children. My and our spoilers. Resealing the deal in 2025. Victor's goal for Chatham. Victor may very well be aiming to orchestrate Adam and Chelsea's remarriage in 2025. He tried to before in the past. He seems to approve of Chelsea for Adam. He was overjoyed to witness Abby Winters finally achieve her dream with Devin Hamilton Winters during their wedding at the ranch. Perhaps Victor will decide that it's time for Adam to experience his own fairy tale ending, and based on his paying Chelsea's therapy a few years ago, he likes her. Confident in his judgment, Victor isn't shy about steering his children's lives when necessary. He's a super example in his own eyes of father knows best. Consequently, he might devise a clever scheme to nudge Adam and Chelsea toward the altar. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Chelsea and Adam may remarry in the future. It appears that Chelsea and Adam may very well find themselves walking down the aisle again in the future. Eventually, they are likely to stop resisting their fate and embrace the idea of remarriage when the moment feels right. According to our predictions for the Young and the Restless, Victor's belief that Chelsea and Adam are meant to be together will likely be validated. They might just need a little nudge to realize this, so keep an eye out for any further manipulations from Victor. Spoilers indicate that Victor will continue to pursue his matchmaking goals, so stay tuned to see if wedding bells are in store for Chelsea and Adam. Eric Braeden has played Victor Newman on The Young and the Restless for nearly 45 years. The actor remains a fan favorite year after year, even though Victor can be oh so ruthless. Following his battle with bladder cancer, Y and R fans continue to be worried Victor's time in Genoa City will end soon. Ahead of the 13,000th episode milestone earlier this month, Eric addressed those pesky rumors. The Young and the Restless fans will be very pleased with his answer. Speaking with TV Insider, Eric squashed speculation he's headed for retirement and packing up as Victor. The Young and the Restless star Eric Braeden responds to retirement rumors. Eric has no plans of slowing down at 83 years old. "I will not. I don't want to," he told the outlet. His cancer battle proved more than ever that life is meant to be lived doing what you love and surrounded by those you love. Eric also had good news about his health, stating, "I feel very well. I really do." That doesn't mean he's out of the woods because Eric still has to get tested and be monitored. But after fighting cancer and dealing with knee surgery, the actor feels better than ever. "The bladder cancer is under control, and I will have another cystoscopy in about a month. And if that is negative, then I'll be free for a while. It's never gone completely. You have to always watch, but signs are very good. The new knee is fully repaired. I do squats again and power cleans again and all that," Eric shared with Insider. Eric Braeden to celebrate 45 years of Y and R in 2025. In just a few months, Eric will mark another milestone with the hit CBS soap. On February 8, Eric will celebrate 45 years of playing Victor Newman on The Young and the Restless. Although the show has not shed any light on the celebration, we know big things will be in store for the milestone anniversary. For Eric's 40th anniversary in 2020, Fans were given 3 episodes of nostalgia, focusing on Victor's life, filled with many flashbacks. Since Eric's anniversary falls within February sweeps, expected to play into whatever Y&R plans for the big sweeps month. In the meantime, the Y&R boss teased fans that there will be a lot of suspense, romance, family drama, and more to end 2024, so make sure to tune in daily. The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on CBS. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon Newman has landed in quite a dilemma. While she did the right thing and came forward in Heather Stevens' murder case, exonerating Daniel Romalotti, she's also now linked to Phyllis&Summer's car crash and faces a lot of time behind bars or a mental health institution. Is there any hope that Sharon will get a Christmas miracle? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ian Ward and Jordan, are bound to slip up. Y&R spoilers note Jordan and Ian Ward are behind Heather's demise. And now that the truth is out, it's only a matter of time before someone figures out that Sharon has been set up. Nick Newman has suspicions, and it looks like he'll keep digging the week of December 2 to 6. It also seems like the jig may be up for Jordan, as the Y&R preview for next week revealed she'll run into Claire Newman and Kyle Abbott at Society. Jordan will be in disguise, however, Claire will get the feeling she knows the woman she's run into. This could mean that someone in GC, if not Claire herself, will realize Jordan is out of her maximum security prison cell, and the truth cold be revealed a lot quicker than fans realize. But could it come before the holidays hit? Y&R spoilers, Nick Newman's belief in her brings on a reunion. Nick has had unwavering belief in Sharon's innocence, and he's standing by her side, despite what others think. If Nick is the one to uncover the truth about Jordan and Ian's role in Heather's murder and Phyllis's collision, could the emotions of clearing Sharon overcome Schick? Fans can feel a romantic reunion between these two coming, so if Nick once again saves Sharon from this mess, will they allow their true feelings for each other to surface? Could they dive back into a romance? The real question is, would a relationship work for them this time around? Who else is hoping for a Christmas miracle for Sharon? Comment below. Catch Y&R daily on CBS and visit this site often for the best Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. Ian Ward is currently making Aunt Jordan run wild around Genoa City. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that they are the ones who have been messing with Sharon Newman all this while. In fact, the nefarious duo could very well be responsible for what actually happened to Heather Stevens. But that cat is still very much trapped in the bag, so we'll have to wait for someone to unzip it. However, the Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Adam Newman might become just the person to do it. Jordan is slated to have a really close call with Claire and Kyle, while she is running around GC wearing a disguise. Although the spoilers tease that she gets away with it, it would still be annoying enough for her to tell Ian Ward to get out of the motel and do some snooping of his own. Although Ian would rather stay in hiding, he may have no choice but to set foot outside. After all, how long can he actually keep himself locked up in that crummy motel? Apparently, not long enough. The Y&R spoilers hint that in the upcoming episodes, Ian ventures out and may end up crossing paths with his once-upon-a-time ally, Adam Newman. Back in 2015, the two schemed together to destroy Victor. But the only thing that ultimately did get destroyed was their alliance. When Adam sees Ian Ward roaming the streets of GC, he would definitely become suspicious. Even though Ian has managed to prove that he is a changed man, he really isn't. We know it, we can see it, so it won't be surprising at all if Adam suspects him too. Their encounter may lead Adam to do some snooping of his own. His investigation may lead him to discover that Ian is actually in cahoots with wicked Aunt Jordan. But what will Adam do with this information? Will he expose this unholy alliance to the Newmans and the Abbotts, Or will he try to somehow use it to his own advantage? We guess we'll have to wait and find out. So stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless spoilers to see what happens next. Young and the Restless spoilers remind fans that prior to Mark Grossman playing Adam Newman, and before Tracker star Justin Hartley did as well, Michael Money was in the role. In fact, the actor played Adam Newman from 2009 to 2014 and was nominated for a Daytime Emmy in the lead actor category in 2013. Still, could he ever return to the role? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Alum Michael Money talks possible return. On Thursday, November 28, American Thanksgiving, ex-user Momofsty Blake tweeted Michael Money wishing him a happy Thanksgiving, noting that she hasn't watched the Y&R since he left. She added that she has tried, but the show isn't what it used to be. The ex-user also stated that she wished he'd come back as Sharon needs her knight in shining armor. Money replied to the ex-user, noting that he and Sharon, as well as several other cast members, are still close. He also stated in his tweet that he hears about the show's going-ons. Money then noted in his reply that, who knows? One day in the far-off distant future I'll return, but for now, I have students who need me. The former actor is currently a theater school teacher. Y&R spoilers. Why did Michael Money leave The Young and the Restless? Some Y&R fans may recall the sudden news of Money's firing back in December 2013, which was a shock to viewers at the time. Shortly after the fact, Money told HuffPost Canada that CBS and Sony told him Adam needed a 3 to 6 month break, and that they'd be bringing him back with a different actor. Meanwhile, TMZ reported in early January 2014 that a number of sources claimed Money was let go because Hunter King went to the show's producers and allegedly told them he groped her chest on 2 different occasions. In addition, there had been some speculation that Money and his on-screen father, Eric Braeden, didn't get along, which was the reason behind the soap letting him go. With that said, later in January 2014, Braeden talked about Money's release and admitted to quarrels with the actor, but shut down speculation that he had anything to do with Michael's firing during an interview with Radar Online. Would you like to see Michael Money return as Adam Newman? Comment below.